a negative 7xy. And then last but not least, we have those constants, a negative 7 plus 4, negative 3. Very good. So this would be our final simplified expression. Nothing too crazy here. Very similar to what we saw yesterday with the exception of having two variables in a term. Now we're going to have two variables as well as exponents involved. Still the same process. I'm going to mark up the expression. Go ahead and mark yours up, and I will mark mine up with the combining like terms. So when it comes to having different variables in different terms, yesterday we looked at exponent, largest exponent, and alphabetical, correct? But what happens if there's an x and y in the same term can be a little bit tricky. The good thing is when you're simplifying expressions like this, everything will be multiple choice. So it's not going to matter the order for some, it's not going to be that close where the order matters. Does that make sense? So when we look at this, I kind of tend to follow a general rule where I keep everything alphabetical as a priority and then exponents. So for example, anything that's x squared would go first. So for the first term, I would have 10x squared, right? Because 4x squared plus 6x squared, 10x squared. Because x becomes first in the alphabet, anything else with an x would go next, whether it's x squared or not. So I would do the the positive 9xy and the negative 5xy next. So then that would give us what? Plus 4xy. Now I would go to just the y squares. So negative 6y squared plus 3y squared. And then, of course, last but not least, this. Now, just to kind of point out something, this is pretty much the same thing. If you notice, I just flip-flop the two terms in the middle. Yeah? It's the same thing. You won't have two choices that look like this. See what I'm saying? It's either going to be one or the other. I know I'm going rather quick, but I just want y'all to have plenty of time to get assignments done. Slow me down if I'm going too fast. All right, let's mark this one up. I'm going to start with just M. Squared. All right, anybody want to take a stab at what our first term should be? 14m squared? Close. Did you say 14? 1, 4? How about 13? 2 plus 11? It's okay. It's okay. So then the next term would still have m's in it, but also n, because n is the next letter in the alphabet, but m is also in there. I know that's like super confusing, but once you start seeing what you're working with, you should be good. Now we'll go to the single m's, which would be a
plus 4m. And then last but not least, plus 10. Again, if you have these in opposite orders, it's not going to hurt. Just know when you have multiple choice, there are different ways that can go. All right, I want you to give that last one a shot. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. I'll leave that one up there so you can see it. Give you about 2 minutes to get as far as you can, and then we'll go over it together. All right, guys, I have mine all marked up. Hopefully you are with me here. And if not, that's okay, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. So we have negative p squared and negative 2p squared. Together, that's going to give us negative . Now, alphabetically, we need the next term that has p in it. Yes, this is not necessarily correct because it still should be in alphabetical order. And but sometimes tricks of the trade. So positive 7, negative 5, and positive 4 will give us what? There you go, positive 6w squared p. I know you were hesitant there. All right, and then the next one, we would look at the w squares, which would be the last term. So this would be a positive 8w squared. Again, remember, these two can switch orders, and so on.